what my company does, even though I'm based out of DC, I travel the country doing presentations like this for several corporations. And so one of the leading problems that they're realizing is that their healthcare cost is going up. And so this is their attempt at trying to come up with a plan that will include information and participation in terms of exercise with its employees, you staffers, to see if we can do something over the next 90 days that may have some impact with your food choices and ultimately to improve your health. The thing is, interesting is why are we here together? Well, there's a lot we have in common, even though you guys are different parts of the city. I'm from California. Everybody has at least one relative or one friend that's diabetic, right? Raise your hand. Let me see your hand. Okay? So there's a commonality. There's another commonality that we exist with us, and there's one thing for sure. We all been scammed. The food companies have scammed all of us over the last 30 years. If my mama knew with my history of diabetes and sugar in my family, if my mama knew that the macaroni and cheese that she was feeding us would help contribute to diabetes in my family, my mother would have never fed it to us. But the science wasn't out there. Today we're in a society where we know all the sciences, so then we should be able to avoid those problems. If my mother had known about sodas, if we had known the science on sodas, I don't think my parents would have ever let us drink another soda in our life. But, you know, that's the beauty of living in today's society. We know better now. Now we got to figure out how to make some better choices. And so what I do with this presentation is go over some key words, things you should be familiar with, things that may get you a different perspective on the whole process. So what we're going to do is that as we go into talk about the science real fast. Energy boosters, as I said. Now, there are certain foods that increase your metabolism. Now, your metabolism is what's going to help you burn fat faster. It's going to help you lose weight. You all probably know that. Energy boosters, there's a difference. And you know, in the food companies, you go to GNC or you go to Safeway, sometimes these two issues get mixed up. You don't know how to separate the two. So, energy metabolism basically is foods like oatmeal. Those will speed metabolism, okay? Brown rice will speed your metabolism, okay? Energy boosters like your fruits. Fruits will speed up your energy, but they're not going to help you burn weight, but they will give you energy. Had a young lady, one of my 100-pound clients, and this young lady, her reward at the end of the day was that she would stop by McDonald's and she would buy her large
it was just
French fries. Still too rough. And I looked at this thing, I said, well, give me some apple juice. And I took some apple juice, and I took some chicken, and I put it in there, and I put the apple juice in it, and I blended it just as fast as I could blend it. I took it in there, and I felt like Moses. I took it in, I had to raise my little brother's head up, because he was so sick, right? He couldn't hold his head up. And I said, drink this. And he drank that, and like a newborn baby, his eyes, wow. And he took it from me, and drank it like an alcoholic. And I looked at Mama, and we just went through everything in the kitchen and just put it in there, blend it. And we started running in there, and my dad was like, oh, he didn't turn on the church music and stuff. and so we're running, and Mom was like, I'm running out of food. I said, don't worry about that. But this is what Rochelle's going to come up now, and she's going to give you some ideas of some basic stuff you can do in terms of making a blender. But I suggest you incorporate this into your diets, into your food choice plans. And so these are my motivation. Fear is my motivation. Fear of not having any money to go to the doctor. Fear of being trapped by all those pills you have to take when you become a diabetic. And your daily lifestyle revolves around pill taking. Those were my motivations, okay? So that's why I like to end this by talking to you about, you know, what will you do? What will it take? Will it take a sick relative you've been around? Will it take losing the life of a relative? I mean, my dad didn't even make 70 years old. And the anger I had after his death, I know it wasn't right to be angry, but the anger I had was because the solutions were right there in front of him.